Howdy kids, this is Stuart K. Riley with YouTube Poop News. HotFriedSkadoosh, it's nice to have you on the show. You're one of my favorite poopers and one of my biggest inspirations. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Stu. Glad to be here.
So the name HotFriedSkadoosh, what is that and where can I get one?
Only place you can get that is from the deep recesses of my mind, because that name? Bullshit. Just came to me completely out of nowhere. I originally wanted to call myself Mr. Funyun, but that name was taken. So I just came up with some random shit, and there you go. Sorry there's no deep, thoughtful meaning behind it.
So how did you find out about YouTube Poop?
Before I joined YouTube, I was, and still am, a member of Cartoon Network's Adult Swim message boards. Someone in the general chat thread hyperlinked the link to one of Supercut's spoofs, Racism in the Mushroom Kingdom. And back then, I thought it was hilarious. So I started looking at other poops after that, and my fascination grew from there.
Tell us about the first poop you ever made.
Do I have to? Alright. My first poop was called Mario Suffers from Erectile Dysfunction. I made it in Movie Maker, naturally, with no prior video editing experience whatsoever. I used a less pooped episode of Super Mario World, Born to Ride, because I wanted to be somewhat original. I didn't use memes, not because I knew not to, but because I didn't have access to them. This was before I knew of media conversion software. Do not watch this poop, it came out horribly. The remake I made last October was more true to my vision, so watch that one instead.
When you're making a poop, what do you try to go for?
I'm mostly going for the humor aspect of pooping. I'm usually only happy with my work if it makes me laugh, and not to sound like a douche or anything, but my taste is rather refined, so if I find it funny, most other people will too. And yes, I have adopted the current style of pooping, but I still stay true to my vision of humor. While I do try to appeal to a wide audience, I won't sacrifice my own personal preferences. Otherwise, I'm just a whore. A chubby, broad-shouldered, skanky, ginger whore.
If I remember correctly, you're 26 years old. You're a hell of a lot older than a lot of other poopers out there. Do you think your age gives you some kind of advantage, or does it give you that feeling like you're a grown man playing a kid's game?
I think anybody can be a pooper regardless of age. I mean, if you enjoy what you do, you shouldn't let a few wrinkles or tax evasion suits get in the way of that. In my opinion, it's all about experience. I in fact was just barely used to Movie Maker long after I started pooping. Just goes to show how far a person can come. And I ain't no dribbler.
So what editor are you using right now?
I use Adobe Premiere Elements, and I bought it with money. I know, right?
So is there any particular source you're fond of?
I like to use a variety of sources. I try to poop sources that aren't pooped often or at all to see what I can do with them. But if there's one classic source I love to use, it's gotta be Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Robotnik has been pretty much a staple in my poop style, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. I've also pooped Penguins of Madagascar quite a bit, but only because I happen to take advantage of a popular source. It's where most of my views come from. But Robotnik is still my fave. It's just fun. You can't go wrong.
So let's get a little bit of a mystery out of the way. Who's the teddy bear?
If you're referring to my avatar, that's just the character Cone from the anime Bleach, redesigned to look like Doc Manhattan from Watchmen. That being said, the lower half is cut off for good reason.
Who are your biggest inspirations as far as poopers?
So many to name. There's you, of course, and there's also the later works of Boogity Boo, as well as Fleet 10, Commander Guanum, Axma, James Death. I'm also rather fond of Jake Steele, Dual Screen, and Billy Morshoe and all those guys. And I recently started getting into the works of Rev First and CJ Flo. I think that's how it's said, if not it should be. There's countless others, and if I didn't mention you, I apologize. I'll make up for it.
If somebody wanted to watch one of your poops for the very first time, which one would you show them?
I would say any one of my Robotnik poops, from Robotnik shoots Spencer Pratt in the face onward. It was from there that I believed I truly blossomed, plus it's a familiar poop source, so it's relatable to most first-time viewers. Robotnik activates a trap card, and Robotnik 5.0 are two personal favorites of mine. I recommend them.
Do you see yourself still doing poop 6 months or maybe a year from now?
Oh, I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. However, I am working towards a career in animation. What you're all seeing right now is my very first attempt at it. If my career takes off sooner than later, you might see significantly less of me, but as far as quitting indefinitely, not likely. But I do have a little something planned in the event I do decide to leave YouTube poop for good.
Okay, now here's your random question at random. What's your favorite sound effect? Not audio effect, sound effect.
This.
Well, alright, I'll leave you alone, but
Nah, man, let's party.
first I gotta ask you this. What have you got to say to all the poopers out there?
I'd say just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let the words of others discourage you, and above all, be true to yourself. Now get the fuck out of my house!
Well, thank you very much, Mr. HotFriedSkadoosh. I hope you get some more subs soon because you need them bad. I'll see you later.